Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Adam with Tales of Inspiration. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about stuff that nobody ever teaches you, especially in school, the place you should be learning it. And I talked to this guy that used to work for a credit collections agency. Collections agency. And he was telling me that here's a little secret. So, nobody wants their credit score to be bad. You have to have good credit for everything. Nobody really teaches you that, but say you have a bill or something that got sent to a collection company and then you end up paying it off. Well, here's what he told me. The bad thing about that is that as soon as something gets put on your collection report and goes against your credit score, whether you pay it off or not, it's still going to look bad on your credit because that collection doesn't fall off your report as soon as you pay it. It still takes, multiple years before it comes off. So here's the thing is that I was explaining to a friend too about it. So say you have for example, a telephone bill that you hadn't paid. You have a $1,000 bill that you owe and you didn't pay them because late fees, all these things, you know how companies like to charge you all this extra stuff. And then you switch companies, you're with a different phone company, so they turn you into collections. So what happens is when they turn you into collections, the phone company that you were with that has your debt, they sell your debt off to one of these collection agencies. And they sell it off for cheap. So say you owe $1,000, and this is just an example, but maybe they sell your debt off for $100. And the collection agency's like, okay, I'll buy it for $100. I guarantee they probably even sell it off for less, like 50. And they're like, okay, $50. If you guys can make $500, $600 collecting this debt, then go ahead. So that's how collection companies make their money, is they buy your debt really cheap from these places, and then they put it against your credit and they harass you, they call you, they bother you until they get that money. But it still looks bad on your credit report. So here's the thing, if you get calls from companies, because your contract was with the telephone company, you never made a contract with this collection agency. The telephone company sold their debt, they claimed it as a loss, they don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. So here's what happens. You don't ever say that with the collection company, you don't want to tell them, you don't own up to it, you don't want to do anything. But the main thing is you don't really want to pay the collection agency because they're making like 500% profit or more on your debt that they bought from this place. And like I said, it doesn't fix your credit. When you pay it off, you're just paying all that money and your credit still looks bad. I mean, it doesn't look as bad because it shows that you paid your debt, but it's still on your report. It still lowered your credit score. It still did all that harm. So the best thing for you to do is to look up a credit repair company. Because what these credit repair companies do, they find ways and they settle these debts, they clear them up. However it is, I don't know exactly how they work. I haven't spent too much time looking into it. But I guarantee you it's a lot better and you'll pay a lot less to the credit repair company than you will to the collection agency. And what they'll do is they'll get the thing off of your credit that goes against you. It'll wipe from your credit completely so it won't go bad, it won't look bad against you, and it won't stay on there for those multiple years. And the other thing that he was saying is like with a credit company, is if you do happen to pay them, negotiate with them. Tell them you don't have that money. Tell them if you pay this, that they're going to wipe it off of your credit completely. Because that's the thing, when you just pay it, it stays on your credit report. But you have to talk to them if you are going to pay the credit company, the collection agency directly. Then you have to talk to them. You have to make them send you a paper or write something out that states that they're going to clear this off your credit report when you pay it, because nobody wants to have those things against them. And every time I don't know if you have multiple debts or whatever, but yeah, it's going to look horrible when you have those. And if you pay them off, you're literally just wasting a bunch of money sending it to these people, because it's not going to fix your credit until years later when they finally fall off your credit report. So like I said, the best thing you can do is look up a credit repair company. Do your research, find out which ones are good, make sure they're credible, and just use them, because those collection agencies, that's how they're making money. It's ridiculous. Like I said, they buy your debt for pennies on the dollar, and they're collecting the money from you, and it still looks bad that you have that collection report on your credit. So like I said, these things, they should be taught to us. People should tell us. These are little secrets that, I just found out about it. But I always had a feeling that, because I knew something was up when these companies, I knew they claim it as a loss and they sell them to these collection agencies. But I didn't know it was that important to contact a credit repair company. Because, yeah, these collection agencies, not to say they're scumbags, but it's pretty much like a scumbag industry. Buying debt so cheap and just ripping people off, not even clearing it off their credit score, and just taking that money. And that's all profit, and all they do is they sit behind their desk, they harass you, they contact you, sometimes they even contact people's works. I've had a cousin that used to deal with that, and he had a cell phone. I don't even know how they got his number. I guess it's not that hard to get the number, but they got his number. They were constantly calling him. They call from different numbers multiple different times, and yeah, he would never even answer his cell phone because of that. But the main thing is, go out, get a credit repair company, fix that so it doesn't look bad on your credit. Or like I said, the other option is, if you do happen to talk to a collection company and you tell them that it's all you and that you're going to pay it, negotiate it down. Talk them into giving you that letter that says you'll pay it as long as they wipe it from your credit report. So that's the most important thing. I thought that was some good advice. I'm going to take it into consideration. Hopefully you don't have those kind of collection problems, but if you do, for reference and future things that come up, listen to this. And like I said, share it with your friends, hit the like and subscribe button, and hopefully this inspires you to keep that good credit score, because here credit is pretty much everything, and have good credit helps you out. So keep that credit up, share, subscribe, and tune in next week. So until then, peace.